Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to Roma Theory. How is everybody doing? Apologies for not going live yesterday. I finished my history exam at 9 p.m. I wanted to kill myself, but hopefully it went well. And if it went well, let's not jinx it. I am actually done with the first part of uni until February, so it would allow for a lot of content ideas and maybe a few away games. Now, we've got another game tomorrow. I really enjoyed the Braga game. I massively enjoyed the vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's going really, really well. The Saudi fans are big with Abdulhamid, so I hope you enjoyed it. My prediction, by the way, I rewatched it and I was like, I can't believe, I just cannot believe I said that at the beginning of the game. But yeah, enough is enough. We have to move on. We have to move on. We have to contain the enthusiasm. I always say this. I always say this because I am very scared in these moments. I'm very happy because the team looks like a different team. The players look like completely different players. But I also try not to over-exaggerate with the enthusiasm because that I know that these little games, Como away, or the games that, you know, Roma tend to, I always say this, but every time I say this, I get proven right. These are the games that I fear the most with Roma, and we must get 3 points tomorrow. We need 3 points tomorrow. It would be crucial to get 3 points tomorrow and to keep this, you know, mechanism going, as I keep on saying. But there's something about tomorrow's game that stinks. I'll say it out loud. It stinks. Something about tomorrow's game stinks. The fact that Como have been really bad lately, the fact that Como, in my opinion, in terms of the team they've built, they are not a relegation team. Of course, they have no experience. Fabregas has zero experience in managing, you know, in bigger context. So I do think Como has chances and high chances of going down. But the team on paper is not a bad team. You know, it's got some interesting players. But again, individuals don't make a collective. And I think that is the problem with Como right now and the problem as to why they haven't been grinding many results. But look, we'll speak about them in a second. Of course, I'll give you my predicted 11, my little comment on them. First of all, please do hit the like button in this video. As always, if you haven't already, if you're watching live right now, hello to you in the live chat. If you're not watching live, please do hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Bring your friends along. And also, as you know them very well right now, because they are the top sponsor of Roma Theory, ComAve, once again sponsoring this video. Thank you to ComAve for sponsoring this video once again. Now, I keep on saying this. You probably know what they are, but if there are any new entries, what is ComAve? ComAve is where Roma fans win exclusive prizes such as VIP tickets in the Colosseum Lounge at the Stadio Olimpico, or opportunities, you know, to be pitch side in a game, or meet players in the tunnel, or be the mascot, the kid mascot who goes out with the players, or winning signed merch. All of these exclusive experiences ComAve offers for free if you just join the ComAve community through the world of e-commerce. All you need to do is join their community by scanning that QR code or clicking the link in the description below. I also put down all of their socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, so make sure to go follow them. I always say this, you know, and I always say this because it's probability, it's mathematics. If you don't scan the QR code, if you don't join their community, the chances of you winning one of these prizes will forever remain zero. Even if you do it, maybe it won't be you, but the chances are surely more than 0%. And that is why you should take chances in life. So thank you to ComAve for sponsoring this video, for supporting the channel. And let's move on. Hello to everybody, by the way. Hello to Abdul Karim, AI, AD, Henricas, Itsiz, Vincent, Yazid. Hello to everybody, and hello to everybody else who's watching the video. Como. Como, of course, newly promoted side. Very historic side. Very fascinating team because they are the richest team in Italy and one of the richest clubs in the world. You do not want to Google how much money the owners of Como have. It's something out of this world, the amount of money they have. And the interesting thing is that the gap between the net worth of Como owners and everybody else in the league, it's not just a mini gap, it's like a mountain gap. Como are the richest club in Italy, one of the richest clubs in Europe. They tried to transcend this luxury that they have in forming the team. Now, of course, if you've been to Como, you will understand what I'm going to talk about in these next 60 seconds. Como itself means luxury. You know, Lake Como, whoever lives around Lake Como is either a multi-billionaire or an American Hollywood star. You know, this team has got luxury written all over it. You know, this team isn't, I would call it, this team isn't a team from the streets, if you see what I mean. And when I say this, I mean, Como is a luxurious team. You know, Como plays in an incredible location. Their stadium is literally on the lake. And, you know, the fact that they are the richest club in Europe, I believe part of the stakeholders of the club, one of them is Thierry Henry, and the other one is an American Hollywood star. I don't know who it is. The fans, the Como residents, they tried to, of course, increase their luxury this summer when they bought Varane in the team, and then it didn't last long, and then they bought they bought some interesting players, Nico Paz from Real Madrid, and Belotti from Fiorentina, ex-Roma player, you will remember very well. They've got the team. And of course, manager Fabregas, one of the most, you know, revolutionary midfielders in these past few years of football. This team is a newly promoted side, but it's a team which has all the cards to stay in the league. And however, there's a however. I think the problem with Como is that individuals don't make a collective, and that's a valid point with any football club. I think you can bring interesting players in, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they will cohese together and grind results. And this is the problem with Como. I actually thought they were going to be better than this. Because compare their team to other teams fighting to not get relegated. They've got a better roster, but it doesn't mean anything. Their best player is Nico Paz, absolute baller, Argentinian from Real Madrid. He's a baller. Like, he's somebody that I would love to see at Roma in the near future. Again, I would not want him immediately from Como because I don't want to make the same mistake with Sule. I like Sule, give Sule time, but as of now, Sule is half the player I thought he was going to be because I based myself on the Frosinone player he is. The jump from these low-quality sides and relegation sides to Roma is massive, especially in pressure. So I would love Nico Paz in the future, but I want Nico Paz in the future after he had a better experience outside of Como and then Roma. So, like, go to Como, then go to, like, Fiorentina for a few seasons, and then come to us. That's what I want to do. He's an incredible player. He's an absolute baller. The team is centralized around him. Fabregas, has he got a clue what he's doing? I don't know. But they need points. They've been threatened by the relegation danger. They need points, and they will want to give it their best tomorrow, also coming towards the first end half of the league. That's what I would say about them, which is why this game stinks a bit. This game stinks of a last-minute equalizer. This game stinks like the Genoa game did, you know? Tight game, 1-0, and then all of a sudden, last-minute Como equalize. I don't know what it is, but we have to score more than one goal tomorrow because I think a one-goal lead tomorrow won't be enough. I see Como scoring tomorrow. I see Roma winning tomorrow. I love to be positive. It's been a few months that you couldn't get any positivism out of me. Now that we're starting to grind back going, I think we're going to win tomorrow because it's so important for us, because it's so important for the players and for our path. It's so vital to get 3 points tomorrow. Tomorrow's the classic performance where I would say, I don't care how we get 3 points. I'm going to accept absolutely anything. Because it's not an easy stadium to play in, and it's not the perfect time to face them because they desperately need points. So I would take a 1-0. like robbed penalty game, something like that. I would not be scared to say this. I would take anything to get 3 points tomorrow, because getting 3 points tomorrow, you would bring yourself to 19 points. You'd put pressure on Udinese, who is currently winning against Napoli, and then maybe try to push against Milan if they fail to get 3 points tomorrow. Again, I think, I said this already, I think what we need to look at in the league table right now is, of course, the climb positions, but the teams that I would put ourselves against are Milan, Bologna, and at time of speaking, of course, Udinese, but Udinese won't last. They've already done it. Udinese have already, a few seasons ago, surprised everybody in the first round, and then they failed to even get 3 points in the second round. So I don't think Udinese will stay up there. They won't stick around. I think the big fight to maybe get that Conference League spot will be between Roma, Bologna, and Milan. But of course, Milan are in advance. They've got already a step in it because they've got a lot of points ahead of us. But I don't like Milan. I feel like we can steal points in Milan against Milan, because Milan, they're not a convincing side this season at all. But we'll speak about them when we play them after Christmas. By the way, 10 days until Christmas Eve. What is happening to time, my friends? I mean, it has been a terrible season, but I mean, I'm not even joking. I feel like the season started yesterday. It's crazy. It's crazy how fast these seasons go. We're basically already halfway through the season. It's incredible. With all of what happened to us this season, we kind of hoped the rhythm to go faster, because I could not deal with Juric ball and Juric press conferences anymore. So in a sense, I do feel the speed, but man, it's going really fast. I can't believe it's already Christmas. I just can't believe it. But again, speaking about us, of course, confidence is back. It's not maxed. Confidence is, I wouldn't even say confidence is halfway through. We still have a long way to go. These players still haven't achieved anything. These players need to keep their hype and enthusiasm on the ground, because even if they do feel as if winning these past few games made them massively special, no, you did what you had to do, I would say. In fact, you underperformed this season, so you're not even halfway through what you have to do. So what I would say is, and I always say this in these previews, because I feel like with this team, you're never sure what happens. I must say that you just cannot. It's the stage of the season where you just can't just unlock and unconnect, because if you disconnect right now, you will have further repercussions. You'll have to try and make up for the mistakes that you've made. And by doing so, I keep on saying this, and I don't want to sound repetitive, but you need a tot of games where you just get 4 points from. And again, this is another game to get 3 points in. So, predicted 11. We've got 2 players missing. Cristante is out, not in the squad list, and Paredes is also not in the squad list for a fever. So, having said that, my predicted 11 is this. Zvula in goal, Evan, Mats and Mancho in defense, Angelino and Saud. I mean, you gotta give him. It would be so wrong to not start Saud right now, because he's fired up. These players who are not used to Italian football, who are coming from completely different cultures of football, number one, but tactical football. Italian football is massively tactical, very physical. So these players who are coming from different leagues and different competitions and need time to adapt, the second they perform such a performance in the Europa League, you need to give confidence in them. The only way Saud further improves is if you keep on starting him. And I keep on saying this, he can't be worse than Cilic. So, Saud to start 100%. Angelino on the other side. He rested against Braga, so he can do the ups and downs in this game. And I want him to do it because he needs to do it. And in the middle, I'm going to go with Pisilli and Kone, Manu and Piso in the middle. By the way, have you read the... Not that I care about. I couldn't give an absolute crap about football relationships. But apparently Pisilli's new girlfriend is Bruno Conti's granddaughter. The multiverse is a place that very few people know about. Well done to Pisilli. No, I couldn't give a crap, but I thought it was a fun fact to share. But yeah, Pisilli and Kone in the middle. I would have put Paredes, but of course Paredes is a fever. He hasn't traveled with the team, so Pisilli and Kone in the middle. I'm going to go Salamakers, Pellegrini, and Dybala. Same discussion as Saud. You rested Pellegrini a lot. Ranieri said what Pellegrini needs to do right now before thinking about starting games again is playing with a smile. I agree. I would probably not start Pellegrini. I would put El Shaarawy in my predicted 11. But I think Ranieri will choose Pellegrini because if after the goal that he scored, and therefore a massive weight collapsed from him, he felt relieved after that performance. Also because it was the first performance in a while where he did not get booed, and in fact he got clapped. You know, you're Pellegrini right now, you're relieved. If your manager puts you on the bench back again, maybe you're back going depressed. So I don't expect Pellegrini starting every game to the rate that he was starting with Juric and with De Rossi and even with Mourinho, because I truly believe that Pellegrini's adventure with Roma is coming to an end. I know that Pellegrini said in the post-Braga game that he wants the best of this club and that he has got no intentions of leaving Roma as of now. I truly believe that Pellegrini and Roma's street and path won't last. I think Pellegrini's adventure in Rome is coming to an end. I also feel like it's fair to say that I don't know. I feel like the cycle between Pellegrini and Roma is done. So again, he's the captain. He is, and I have loved him, and I will love him. You know, he's represented a lot with us, especially in the way I've lived this football club. You know, Pellegrini is the captain of one of the first. No, in fact, I would say the first because I was very young even when we won the Coppa Italias. The captain that lifted the first trophy that I ever saw. Whether it's a Conference League or a Champions League, I couldn't care less. It's a trophy. And he's the captain who lifted it. So I will keep him in my heart. But I do think that Pellegrini's adventure in Rome is coming to an end. So he won't start games to the rate that he was starting 2-3 years ago. But I think tomorrow he will start. Also because Paredes isn't there. Because otherwise I would have put Pisilli up front instead of him. El Shaarawy could start. Again, Dybala, Salamakers, Dybala, Pellegrini can start behind of Dovbyk. I just feel that it's not Dovbyk's moment. You will probably say, to get Dovbyk back going, you need to put him. Because the only thing that can save a striker from a crisis is scoring goals. I fully agree with you. But I just feel like... And the second half to the Braga game also showed you this. I have a feeling, maybe it's just me. Maybe I want more proof before coming to a conclusion. But this team plays better without Dovbyk right now. This doesn't mean that Dovbyk will never start again, because with Dovbyk we play bad. But right now, what I noticed against Atalanta for 70 minutes, against Tottenham... He did start against Tottenham, and we played great, so this contradicts my point. But in these last few games, Atalanta 70 minutes, which he played, wasn't amazing. Lecce and Braga, the one thing that came out from those two games was the fluidity of the way we played. Now again, the opponents were Lecce and Braga, but the fluidity was big. And I think with Dovbyk on the pitch, we're less fluid. With Dovbyk on the pitch, we're more mechanized. You know, we're more like, I need to try and serve him. I need to try and support him. So I need to understand him. I think the players behind him still haven't understood Dovbyk, which is why right now with Dovbyk we play worse. So Dybala as a full start. I'm insisting with Dybala as a full start because it worked well in these past 2 games. So why do I need to change it? It worked well in the last 2 games. I need points. Why would I change the formation which is working? So Dybala, Pellegrini, and Salamakers up front. It's a creative trio. It's a fast trio, agile trio, because Salamakers is very agile. I keep on saying this. I really like him as a player. And that's the rest of the lineup. I would say tomorrow you need an early goal to build the performance on. Tomorrow's game needs to be a game which kind of exponentially grows, in a sense that you need an early goal, but then you build on the early goal, okay? Because what the Roma's got the tendency of scoring a goal and then sitting back. Tomorrow's not the game to do it. Remember Genoa. Make those games a lesson to you. Early goal against Genoa, sit back, do nothing, 90th minute. So score an early goal, because I think the confidence with an early goal tomorrow would be good, but build on it. And Hummels, Mancho, and Ndika need to block Belotti, because we've played against 3 of our ex-players as of now this season, and all of them 3 have scored. If Belotti scores tomorrow, I will jump out of the window. So they need to pocket him if he does play. Right, with that, I'm going to end it. Juventus play tonight. Napoli 1-1, says Vincent. I'm not convinced by Napoli. I think Atalanta will win the league. No, sorry. I still think Inter will, but Atalanta's very 2% below. I think it's Atalanta's season, and I really think it is. Right, I'm going to catch you tomorrow with the match reaction. So I'll talk to you soon. Hit the like, subscribe to the channel. Remember, ComAve, sponsor of the video. Join the ComAve community for free. Scan this QR code or click the link in the description below. And I will catch you tomorrow. Okay? Early times for sure, but I'll ask anyways. If you could choose now, would you secure Salamakers from Milan at the end of the loan? Yes, I would. I would, yes. Because Salamakers is a very, very handy player. Because he's very versatile. But I also feel like we need a better second striker to the levels of Tammy. Tammy is a perfect second striker in my opinion. But again, I kept on saying how Tammy's adventure in Rome was burnt down. So I don't want Tammy back, because Tammy back means it won't work out. His time at Rome is done. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Salamakers. I like the way he plays. I like the way he plays the game. Right. Enjoy your Saturday night. I'll talk to you soon. Simo, out. Is it ending?